Hello there and welcome to another Digimon deck profile. I am Blaney P and I am part of Team Rewind and I am hosting these videos on London Players Guild, and today I will be going over a red Omnimon deck profile. It's a deck that I've been playing around with and tinkering with as I've gone along, and I've branched off from just purely focusing on the Omnimon line and tried giving a bit of flexibility to the deck. So let's get started on it. Up first is the baby Okamon. When attacking, if this card is attacking an opponent's Digimon, this Digimon gets plus 1000 DP until the end of this turn. I run this one because it requires less than is asked by Koromon, but I do run a one-off Koromon, which is your turn. If this Digimon has 4 or more Digivolution sources, this Digimon gets plus 1000 DP. I also run the Yokomon over this Koromon just because Koromon gives it when attacking Digimon, and a good chunk of this deck is quite happy to swing into your opponent's Digimon and get benefits from it. So up next is the first rookie, Agumon. When played, reveal the top 5 cards of your deck, add 1 tamer card from amongst them to your hand, and put the rest on the bottom of your deck in any order. I like running this Agumon as a 2-of because it means I have to run less ties because I've got a good chance of hitting them with the Agumon. And it means that I can happily play an Agumon out and still net a benefit from it, rather than not drawing or anything at all. Up next is a 2-of Biomon, which is ran for its inheritable of when this Digimon destroys your opponent's Digimon by battle, draw 1 card. So again, that ties in with what I mentioned with the Yokomon on benefiting from attacking your opponents. Up next, I run another 4-of Agumon, which is your turn. If this Digimon's name contains Greymon, this Digimon gets plus 2000 DP. So since we're running the War Greymon line, and there's Metal Greymon and Normal Greymon, it's going to see a lot of benefit there, and it's going to up you by 2k. And up next, another Agumon, plain and simple. This one, your turn. This Digimon gets 1000 DP. So if you're not running if you're not getting a War Greymon chain going there, you're still going to be able to benefit from the 1000 DP, which comes into our champions now. There is a 2-of Greymon. Your turn, this Digimon gets plus 2000 DP. So you combine that with the Agumon, and very quickly your 4000 DP, well, Greymon won't get this because it's inheritable, but if you get him into your Metal Greymon and you've got the Agumon down, you know you're gaining 4000 DP. And if you've got the Yokomon and you need to swing into something, you're going to have 5000 DP plus there. I don't think there's an ultimate in this deck. No, there isn't. Less than 7000. So that means that you can swing into an opponent's rested Digimon and you will be swinging in for 12,000 DP if you're at the ultimate level. So it means your ultimate can pretty much clear out any mega that's on the board and probably not have to worry about blockers. Up next is Dark Tyrannomon. This can help you draw for cost 1. It can help you get up to your Omnimon chain faster because it's less memory. And it can also just be put out as aggression because if you've got the plus 1k Agumon on it, you've got a champion out there for 7k. So it's probably got 50-50 odds of surviving security swings and applying the pressure there, and then it forces your opponent to get rid of them rather than attacking your security. So he's quite versatile for a 6k vanilla beat stick. Up next, we have the blockers, self-explanatory. They're there if you're bricking a bit and they're in your hand, they buy you time. Up next is another Greymon, which is ideally the one you want to probably be getting into your Greymon inheritable line because it gives you security attack plus 1. Even if it's not in that line, it can still just be nice. It can be great in an Omnimon line if you can swing with that Omnimon on the turn you get it out, because you'll get your 2 attacks off Omnimon, so you'll be able to clear 4 security there. Up next, the ultimates, Metal Greymon. When attacking, get +3 memory. At the end of your turn, get -3 memory. So again, this can be something that could extend your plays, possibly give you enough memory to be able to then go into a Mega, and then go into your Omnimon and clear a threat on the board. Because if you've got him out and then you swing, your memory will go up by 3. You can probably safely swing if you have the +2k Agumon that benefits from a Greymon, because you'll have a 9k ult there. If your opponent's got something in rest mode, you could do the swing just to know you're safe and clear a threat on the board, and then clear the rest of the board by going up into Phoenixmon and then into Omnimon. Up next, Gardramon has piercing, and the inheritable is if this Digimon is blocked, draw 1. Gardramon could be really good to swing into an opponent's Digimon, just with the piercing, and then if it's got the security attack +1 Greymon on it, it means you'll do 2 security checks as well as clear a threat off the board. And if you evolve through it, it's nice if a Digimon blocks it, because you're going to get a draw 1 off the block. I wouldn't necessarily use it for that sole purpose, but the option's there. Up next, Skull Greymon. When played, destroy one of your opponent's Digimon with blocker. I run this as a 2 of, just because it can be really good against black decks, because you can get insane value if they put down a Machinedramon, which most people do play the Machinedramon out. There's also a couple Megazoo deck variants out there that enjoy just playing Machinedramon and pretty much all of the Dark Masters in one deck and just playing them out. So with Machinedramon being a blocker, they'll pay their 12 for that, and then you can pay 7, get rid of it, and still have 5 memory change. So you could easily just jump into a Mega and swing pressure there. You could go into your War Greymon Mega and get 2 security attacks out of it. And then even still have 2 memory spare, so you could go into an Omnimon and clear another threat on the board. Up next is Metal Greymon, which is security attack +2. I only run this as a one-off because it's a nice option, but I wouldn't count on it. It's security attack +2, and when attacking, get -5 memory. But if you have the Greymon on it, that means you will do security attack +3, so you will do 4 security attacks overall. But you do lose the 5 memory. It can be nice early on to rush pressure and really make your opponent think of an answer. And its inheritable is your turn. This Digimon gets +3000 DP. So he can be nice just for his inheritable. He can pretty much ensure that if you're on a War Greymon line and you're swinging in, you're going to be at 14,000. Then if you've got the Agumon, you're going to be at 16,000, which means that you're going to clear. If your opponent's running Omnimon, you'll clear Omnimon. Omnimon's the highest DP card in the game. And War Greymon's other ability of not being hit by option cards means that you can swing in nice and safe and know you're not going to die. There's nothing that can physically hurt you in that security. Up next is another Metal Greymon. Again, this inheritable is really good when this Digimon is blocked. Get +3 memory. Just gives you an option of extending your plays. If you're swinging in with a War Greymon and your War Greymon can hit up to 4 or 5 security attacks, your opponent's really going to have to block that, but then you're sending them a bill of free memory for them blocking, meaning that you can further extend your plays. Up next, we have the War Greymon I've been talking about. When Digivolved, this Digimon gets security attack +1 until the end of your turn. And your turn, when this Digimon's security check reveals an option card, that card's security effect does not activate. So, you get security attack +1 the turn you play him. Then you get a security attack +1 off the Greymon if you've put it up that line, which means you're doing 3 security checks there. And then if you have a tie down, you are doing 4 security checks. If you somehow manage to get both ties down, you can clear all 5 of your opponent's security in one swing, meaning that they're going to have to block, and then you've got them other inheritables that can either draw you a card or you can gain memory off being blocked. So you're just punishing your opponent for preventing you from damaging them. And then up next is Phoenixmon. Phoenixmon is just a cheap and cheerful mega to get up early at evolve cost 2. You could even have a justifiable action of, if you get one of them on turn 1, along with an Omnimon in hand, that you can really put the pressure on your opponent and just play the Phoenixmon out hardcast. Because at the moment, the game's not necessarily got enough consistency there that your opponent can take advantage of 10 memory on turn 1. And then you go into the Omnimon and you just highly pressure them. Up next, Omnimon. You've been hearing me say it all stream. Omnimon, Omnimon, Omnimon is the feature of the deck. When Digivolve, destroy one of your opponent's Digimon and all of your opponent's Digimon with the same name as that Digimon. So if your opponent's swarmed out blockers like Purple likes to do, Omnimon can just clear that path for you. The same with Black. Against other decks, you might just want to clear out threats. They might be rookie rushing you. They might have a few of the same rookies out. Can be worth it there. There's numerous reasons. There's numerous things you can get rid of. Sometimes it can be something that just has multiple security attacks that you really can't afford to leave out there. And then to top it off, when you attack, you can return your Mega to hand and restand and attack again. So Omnimon can get 2 attacks. If he's got the security attack +1 Greymon on that inheritable line, then you're going to get 2 swings and do 2 security with each check. And at 15,000 DP, the only thing that can kill him is another Omnimon or an option card. But if you've got even the Agumon that just gives you 1,000 DP, you know that he's swinging in, and the only thing he needs to fear is an option card. Up next, Gravity Crush. I run this as a 2 of because it's got value to it, but it can benefit your opponent too much as well. At main, get +2 memory. At the end of your turn, get -2 memory. Now, these can be handy as well just to stop your turn ending, because the beauty of it is it's at the end of your turn, you get the -2 memory. So if your opponent has their tamer out, Gravity Crush triggers first, and then they will go up to 3. They won't go up to 3, and then Gravity Crush triggers, and they go up to 5. So that is really good there. Make sure you pay attention to that. I've had a few people question that, but the card does purely stay at the end of your turn, and then the tamer cards are at the start of your opponent's turn. Up next, Terraforce. I run this as a 4 of because at a 4 of, it has roughly a 36% chance of popping up in your security. So that's pretty much a 1 in 3 games. You're going to have a Terraforce in there. It means you can clear an opponent's threat for free, or it's just a really good stall tactic card of getting rid of your opponent's threats, and then hopefully they don't have anything else to pursue with. Up next is Tai, the Tamer. I run this as a 2 of, just because I run 2 of the Agumon, and I feel like running 2 Agumons means that I get a chance to search it, and then I've also got another rookie to evolve onto. Because once you've got this guy out, you don't really need more than one of him. If the other one pops out of your security area, great. If it doesn't, it doesn't. It's not life or death. But he is start your turn. If your memory is 2 or less, it becomes free, and your turn. All of your red Digimon with 4 or more Digivolution sources get security attack +1. So ideally, you want to be evolving up to Mega Chains in this game, and then getting the security bonuses. If you've got him out early enough, it means your Phoenixmon would no longer be a vanilla when you evolve up it, and you can evolve up for it cheap. At least you're doing 2 security checks for every 12k swing. And then with the other K boosts that pop around on stuff and give you more DP, again, your Phoenixmon's probably going to be pretty safe swinging in. Same as your War Greymon. Tai just adds to it all and just gives you that 1 extra security attack. And that is it for the video, guys. If you've got any decks you'd like me to profile, stick them in the comments below. Don't forget to tune in on Wednesday nights for me doing deck building, playing you guys online, and anything else Digimon related. If you just want to drop by for a chat, that's great too. I will see you Wednesday, or I'll see you in the next deck profile video. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to like.